Hi guys, so for today's Busted Out, I am going to do something that a subscriber here sparked an idea as far as what she wanted to see, and I thought, oh, you know, that's a great actually for Busted Out because I have lots of felt. So we're going to bust out felt today. If I have any links in the description box, it will be for like these items. They will be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission if you purchase any items through those links. But the point of this is for you to bust out your felt and then just use it for any of your dies and die cutting things. So these are thin metal dies. I know back in the day with like our Sizzix, our, you know, the big shot, like these big guys, our bigs dies, they will cut through pretty much anything, chipboard, I mean, you know, you name it. So it's not a problem. With these thin metal ones, I think a lot of times we don't really think to cut felt, but the gal had mentioned, and I'm going to go back and check her name. I think I remember it, but I don't want to mess that up. So I will go back and check it. So thank you for the request. And she was saying that, you know, since this looks like a little tooth fairy, Miranda's back here, I'm going to talk a little quieter. That would be cute to make like a little pouch out of this for your little tooth, you know, put under your pillow or however. And now again, all these things you can just use and make out of felt just for like a scene. It doesn't have to be a thing, you know what I'm saying? Like I remember when I was in Sunday school when I was a little kid, they always had like those felt boards, right? And they had all these cute little things, and I mean those were expensive, or at least you know, how would I know how much they pay for it? But I remember them mentioning that, you know, you're gonna take care of it, and it was like a big to-do, right? And then when Sizzix started coming out with their little people, you can make your own little felt people. So there's just a lot of fun memories with that. So I want to do that with this guy. So what I'm going to do is bring out, I have this kind of felt. Now, again, it should be something you have in your stash. And I know I have tons more stacks that look just like this. These might have been from Amazon. I think some from AliExpress. If you don't like using AliExpress, then Amazon basically carries the same stuff, which is... ugh, whatever. I'm not even going to go into that because the whole AliExpress thing is like a debate still. But what I'm trying to say is Amazon sells exactly the same things, and I guess that's a cleaner way of doing it, even though literally it's the same stuff. So you can check that out, and it will still come from China, just so you know. A lot of times on Amazon, if you see something, you're like, oh yeah, it's a great price. Check it out. It's not Prime. It will still come from China. So just so you know, it still takes a while to come in. And you're just using a third party at that point. But anyway, so I have all this kind. This kind is different. It's a little stiffer. Like it's thin and it's really compact. And at Daiso they sell felt that's very similar to this. So it's a lot thinner. Daiso also has big rolls, but I know not everybody has Daiso. I have this kind. This is from Walmart, and I see a little chunk. I use a little chunk there. And this is their bright craft felt. Again, super inexpensive, but this kind is different. This is more like what I remember when you go with a little Sunday school. It's like, it's almost like a fabric. Miranda, Lou?
Okay, stop.
Okay. and this is great too. This one's much thicker, so this one's probably easier to cut. This is much thicker. I am going to use probably my Gemini Junior today. You can use your Empress. I'm going to cut into the metal plate just because it gives you an extra oomph instead of plastic, this kind of foamy stuff getting cut into plastic where maybe you're not going to get a good crisp cut. I'm going to cut into the metal plate, which is no problem for me. I do that all the time. It's not a big deal. If you're going to use like the marquee, you know, on whatever project that you want to use, if you have the shaker kits, the large shaker kits, they come with the larger metal shim. You can probably try and cut that. I think it'll probably work just fine. Having said that, I have requested from Dime Press to just sell those metal shims because I know they work really well and they help you cut into plastic or like fabric better. They cut foam all the time, no problem, just in the folder, but it seems like when it's a fabric, you really want that extra little, like something, just something in there that helps cut through. Having said all that, I'm trying to get these things done. My kids are in full-time school now. It's not just in the morning for a couple hours. So what I'm probably going to do is kind of show you guys a little bit of cutting here and there. I'll start off by cutting, let's say, some of this. And then I'm going to have some music over it. I know people don't like that, but I literally just did a review on this and it took half an hour. So like, it's the same thing. I'm just going to cut the same thing. Whenever I work with felt, though, I try to use the larger pieces and try to simplify it. Okay, so like if these little flowers will cut out, great. If they don't, I'm not going to use them. But I try to keep it very simple, especially for this project. So we have this guy. I'm going to cut this from some white felt, and I'm just, that one looks white, right? Okay. And I don't know if I have to cut this down. Let me see if I have to trim it down for it to fit on my plate. No. Okay, perfect. So I'll just cut it like this. I'm not going to trim anything down. So I have my cutting plate. Again, this is the Junior, but use whatever it is that you use. I'm going to cut into the metal plate. And if you think you need to tape that down, tape it down. I'm going to put the plastic plate, and then I'm going to put my magnetic shim. I never like putting my magnetic shim right over the metal plates because it'll start getting gouged, and I don't like that. But as you can see, I've used this a few times, and I've been taking care of it so it's not gouged. This thing gets gouged here and there. That metal plate, obviously, sometimes I cut into it so it has some gouges, but it's a metal plate. Nothing's going to happen to it. It'll be just fine. So let me run this through, and I'm just showing you pretty much the kind of thing I would do. I don't know if I'm going to cut the fairy out because she is small, but it might be a cute thing to do. We'll see. So hopefully you guys like this, and hopefully it'll inspire you to bring out your felt and use it in a different way. If you're using your Sizzix or your Big Shot kind of thing, I remember cutting out some hearts. I think there were Stamps of Life hearts one time in felt, and it didn't quite cut it. So again, if you have like a metal plate or some kind of adapter, you might want to cut into that. Look how cute. Okay, so I'm going to start cutting out the different layers. For this kit, the pouch, so the gal had said, she's like, oh, maybe you should leave it open on top and sew it through. Well, there's no real leaving this open on top because it's that one big piece, right? So what I'm going to do with this one, because it's already stuck together on the top, you know, this top piece. You can either run it through and then cut it. What I'm going to do is literally, I think what I want to do, let me see if I have this and then it has a thing. We have a base. I was thinking about not even doing, well, yeah, I'll go ahead and do that. Because if you really wanted to, you could just cut one that's just this base part and then, you know, layer it together, and then all you need is the backing. But I will use, the only bummer about this is that these pieces are small and I don't have two colors that are the same. They probably might be similar, but not exactly the same for the bottom. Like these two guys are very close. Maybe what I'll do, since this color's kind of funky, I don't know what I use that for. I'll use that for the backing. And for the front of the mushroom, we'll go with like a bone color. It does have two white ones. Let me see if I have like a light beige color. Let me look in this other pack. This pack is called Brights, so I don't know that I would... Yellow base. It does have a white in here. I don't like white, all that. Let me see. Fine, I'll use this one. Oh, maybe this one. I like these for like skin tones. That's why I didn't really want to use it on this, but that's okay. Maybe I'll use that one. I'm just trying to see if there's anything else in here that would be better. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to use this for the back of it just because... Oh, you know what? Let's use black. I know black is easy for me to find. You know what I'm saying? If I need more of it. Okay, I don't have... Let's use the dark brown. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just choosing different colors. So what I'm going to do is run this through just this piece, okay? Just like this. And then I'm going to run it through again, just that piece, but through this beige color that's going to be the base of the mushroom. And I will be right back. Okay, I'm going to have to go in just a second here because school is going to start. Oh, yep. Okay, so this little piece was on the very edge because the metal shim is smaller, and this was almost like across the whole thing. So I'm going to just trim that off because that part actually doesn't even matter. Like I said, I didn't really want this whole top part anyway, but we have it, so there it is. All right. I'm just going to show you. And then I cut out a little red, the other portion of the mushroom. So we have these two guys. And basically you can put them back to back like this. So it's going to make like a little pouch. And I'm going to trim off this top part. And I was thinking about gluing this. I'm probably going to use hot glue. So whenever we come back, I'll be using hot glue to put everything together. So that's the top of our little pouch. And then we have the little white accent piece. Oh my goodness. And then I'll trim that off, whatever it is that needs to... Actually, let me see what's going on here. I was kind of looking at this because I'm like, okay, whenever the card was open like this, you flip it, right? So I just want to see if maybe I don't have it flipped the right way. No, that's fine, I think. Let me see. Does it fit better this way? Yeah, okay. I'm just matching this up the way that it will fit better with this on top. So clearly this one goes on here like this. Okay, that's the right way for that one. And then this guy... Maybe he has to go this way. Okay. Better. All right? Because you know how we cut it out, it has to basically, they have to layer up the right way. And then this little guy, oh my gosh, I'm not sure which way, this guy goes this way. So we're going to glue all that together. I am going to cut out the accent pieces in different colors and things like that. So in the video, you'll see me kind of fast forwarding through that because again, I got to go. But, and then we'll glue it all together and it'll be like a little pouch that your little one can put their little tooth in here and the tooth fairy can visit, you know? So I'll be back. Okay guys, so I just ran that stuff through. This is so cute. Oh my gosh. Now, like I said, I like to keep it simple because of what we're doing, but I mean, you can pretty much go all out with this kind of thing. So what I'm going to do is keep this separate for now. I'm going to take this piece off just so I don't have to mess with it later. I am going to use tacky glue because what I recall is tacky glues hold felt really well. If you want to wash this, if you think it's going to get dirty, I mean, you know, I don't know how you're going to put your little tooth in there. Miranda's behind me. Definitely use a glue gun, which is what I was going to do initially, but I'm going to go ahead and just use... everything came through. I just kind of put the pieces here how I was going to do it. Unfortunately, I was going to say that I was going to use some tacky glue, which is fine. If you have a Lean's tacky glue, that works. Or you want a fabric glue, that way if you wash this little pouch, it'll, you know, not come apart and things like that. But what I'm going to do is take these apart. And I was trying to use a tacky glue, but it's just not going to work. Again, Aleen's will... that call out tacky glue is not working for me. So all I'm going to do is just come in here and I'm going to go ahead and use hot glue and I'm putting it on here just so that obviously these pieces don't lift up. Oh, I put some across where I probably shouldn't. I probably am going to make the little fairy because this was very easy to do and everything came out so cute. So again, like I said, I keep it basic. I didn't do the stairs or the little steps. I didn't do the centers of the flowers, but I don't think you would have a hard time with that because everything just cuts really easily. So that's something you might want to think about. And I'm just kind of lifting this up a little bit. I should have taken the time now with this to try out my Crafter's Companion glue gun. So these things stick just because they're felt. Because if you remember back, like I was mentioning, the working with this kind of thing when you're in like vacation Bible school and Sunday school, stuff like that. That's the point, that you can change their little outfits or their little clothes because it just sticks. But I definitely want to close these things off so they don't come up later. And I'm doing this in a weird way because, like I said, I tried to use the tacky glue and it was not working. So otherwise I would just be gluing this stuff down a little bit differently. And that's why they're kind of stuck already a little bit because of the tacky glue, but it just didn't do the best job. So I'm just going to come around here. It's okay, but it's not super great. So I'll probably leave some of the tacky glue holding this thing down. Like this is kind of okay. Not bad, but see how it lifts up real easy? It just didn't do the best job. I did go through the whole thing and stick it down with tacky glue and I was like, no, I don't want to suggest to you guys to do that. So I'm back with a glue gun. I'm going to take this whole, see, came right off. Let's put that down there. And I'm going to probably trim away that little piece of grass. So, in the pictures, I'll come through the exact same thing. I'm just going to pop through everything that has to do with the little fairy girl. And I'll put her on here somewhere and it'll look super adorable. And let's get this. I have a love-hate relationship with hot glue. I like that it dries so fast. And I've seen a lot of people use these just for cards or, you know, their mixed media type things. They just use hot glue. And I just never really taken to doing that, but it dries fast, so it works out really well. I shouldn't say dries fast. I guess just it sets up fast, right? Because it's not really drying. Super cute. So again, on this one, it was just the, on that same little die, it has the 2 window openings. And so I just went with this basic, kept it brown. I don't remember what I said or what all you heard before I edited the video out, with the tacky glue not working too well. So I did mention that in the portion I might have edited out, maybe not. Again, do as much or little detail as you like. And then think of all the dies that you have that you can cut out in this way. I mean, super cute. And then all of like the like journal dies that you can make like a little journal. And I was thinking about it, like if you cut that out with like black and then did like flower accents that are in like limes and pinks and purple. Oh, it's so pretty. So let's make our pouch. And of course you could also just sew this. So I'm going to go around the very edge and I'm going to try to do as much as I can and bring the little pouch over right now because I don't want that to start drying because heat, glue, gun glue is notorious for setting up pretty fast, so I don't want that to dry before I get this on here. So I'm gonna get that on there. And if you got it on there straight without having to trim this side, that'd be great. I'm gonna trim that edge off, obviously. And then continue around, leaving an opening in the top. OMG! Oh, I'm definitely gonna make the little girl too cute. So, again, maybe it's too early to cut this. Let me see. And that's just because I was hasty in my putting that together. And then trim that little bit of green off, just at the very base. It's not much. Okay, I'm gonna let this set up for a little bit before I really mess with it, and I'll be back in just a minute. Okay, I think we're good. How cute is this? So there's our little pouch. Pop your little tooth in there, put it under your pillow, you're good to go. So thanks for watching, guys, and thank you. It was Rita Gary who had asked about maybe cutting this out in felt to make a little pouch. And again, the whole card base is stuck together, so you would have to do kind of what I did, where you cut the 2 out, or just build up your own little mushroom with the accent pieces, or however you want to do it. But I'm probably going to go around and trim this down a little bit, just so it's a little more uniform. And thanks for watching, guys. Bring out that felt. I know we have it. Everyone has some felt. Actually, the other day when I was talking about foam, I thought, oh, everyone must have craft foam, right? When I was using it in the marquee, and people were like, oh, I have to go get foam now. And I'm like, what? I don't know. I'm the last person to have foam at the house, but I did have some, so it was kind of interesting. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope that was a fun one for you. I'm going to work on the little girl right now, so when you see the pictures, I'll have her cut out and on here in some fashion. And I'll see you guys at the next one. Bye now.